The most common mistakes home growers make. The houseplant. One of the situations that those who brought up often face is the rapid death of plants. Many bugs like this shorten the life of plants. So, what terms should you know when caring for your plants? Here are the most common mistakes that those who grow plants at home make, and the truth is:
1.
Using the wrong potting soil. You should choose a suitable soil for the plant you are planting. Most potting soil is a mixture of sphagnum moss, vermiculite, and perlite, and most houseplants like this mixture as well. Such mixtures prevent the invasion of pests and the risk of disease. Succulent species and cacti like dry mixes with more sand. Orchids are much happier with mixtures that allow their roots to breathe.
2.
Change your place often. Plants have habits and enjoy being in familiar surroundings. Your plants may not be able to adapt to frequent decorating ideas. Moving plants can force and stress them to adapt to the environmental conditions in their new location.
3.
No pruning. Freeing your houseplants from dead leaves is good for both parties. This not only makes your plant look more beautiful, but also protects the plant from fungi and diseases. On the other hand, some plants with soft leaves pinch the small stems that stick out, and you can prevent them from growing too quickly and looking messy.
4.
Prevent it from growing. If you fill the front of your windows with too many plants, there will not be enough space for one or more of them to grow. To avoid potential wars between your plants, you must give each of them enough growing space. Also, make sure that the pot you choose for your plants is sufficient for root development.
5.
It causes sunburn. Plants can also get sunburn. If you leave a sensitive plant in direct sunlight for too long, its leaves will turn brown and the plant will begin to deteriorate.
6.
Don't shower. Your plants should be clean to get rid of pests and dust that prevents them from getting enough sunlight. For this, you do not have to wash your plant under the fountain. You can take a wet tissue or sponge and wipe the leaves one by one.
7.
Uprooting. As a result of watering your plant too often, its roots begin to dry out quickly. To prevent this, you can dig a drainage hole in the soil of the plant and help the roots breathe. 8. Watering error. Your plant turns green to brown and leaves fall off. This is often a sign of overwatering or underwatering. So how will you know if you are watering your plant more or less? When you water a lot, the soil of the plant is wet and muddy, the leaves turn brown, and yellow leaves fall on the plant. At lower watering, the edges of the leaves dry out and the leaves begin to curl. You can ask the technology for help on how and how much to water your plants. There are some mobile applications. You can enter the environmental conditions of your plant in these applications, and the application tells you how and how much to water your plant. 9. Leave your house dry. Many plants like environments with 40 to 50% humidity. However, our homes can be more wet and dry environments from time to time. In such cases, even if your home does not have a rainforest environment, you can use a humidifier to increase the humidity, leaving a bowl of water or a wet pile on the heater core. 10. Turn it into a pet toy. It can be very difficult to keep a curious cat away from an interesting plant. However, you may want to place some plants high, hanging from the ceiling, or place some in glass terrariums.